So I'm Alistair McKinstry from iCheck, the Irish Centre for High-End Computing. And basically we do we are the National Computing Centre for high-performance computing. So we work with Teagasc and with Met Éireann. For example, Met Éireann use our computers for doing their forecasts, and we work with Teagasc on other scientific projects. What I'm talking about today is about Earth observation and big data and what can be done with it, and basically the torrent of data that's available now from new satellites. So the new generation of satellites will provide a lot of information about soil moisture and temperature and so on. And it gives us the opportunity to build detailed models and forecasting of Ireland's climate and of its land. Work is already started in this with Met Éireann and Teagasc, and this data from satellites can be used to validate that, make sure that the models are correct, and to help make more precise forecasts in the future for farmers. So we're working with Met Éireann and Teagasc to help develop better forecasts in the future. At the moment, basically, people gather this information. They get it from existing satellites from NASA or from the European Space Agency, ESA. And they just, groups in Teagasc already do this, and they download the data to their laptop and they study the pictures. But with the new satellites, there'll be huge amounts of data, and it'll be too large to do that. And for that purpose, that's where our systems come in. They'll be able to, Teagasc, for example, be able to upload their programs onto our computers. And as soon as the data arrives from the satellites, it'll be 100 times more data than before, programs will be kicked off immediately and will run in parallel to quickly get results so they can spot, for example, what the moisture is, how trafficable the soil is. And with that, working with Met Éireann, they'll be able to make forecasts and give precision advice to farmers, so to say, keep the cows out in the grass until noon and then get them in. And so we're working with Met Éireann and Teagasc on projects to do this. So we're building this platform that Teagasc and Met Éireann can work with, and other scientists in academia and other industrial partners can use to develop products for the benefit of Ireland. The plan would be that a farmer could either get it on a smartphone or via text messages. They can work with Teagasc and Met Éireann to get ideal plans for their farm. So this is a development of work that's already going with Teagasc, for example, with the pasture-based projects, where they will get where farmers will get detailed plans for their own farm, and it would enable them to just an extra couple of weeks keeping the cows out can save a farmer thousands. So just being able to sort of say, keep the cows out until noon, we'll get them back in by then, get the phosphor down in the morning before 10 o'clock, etc. The very detailed forecast should be is expected to be quite valuable to farmers. We would expect farmers to access that information by smartphone apps, so that they would be able to read it from their tractor to see exactly what they need to do, down to their farm or even down to their field. What should be a good plan to work on. In terms of hardware, we've just gotten to do all of this work. We've recently gotten one of the top 300 machines in the world. It was installed last month, but we'd expect that to we are increasingly making that available to other people as to how that works, and we'll be pushing onto that portals where data can be available, and people can see the results of all of this work.